Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be sharing all my recent makes with you, and I've been very busy. I have a few dresses to show you, I have some knitwear and some accessories. Before I get going and jump into all the things that I've sewn in January and February, I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of you who have subscribed and been watching and supporting me and my channel. It's really so appreciated. And if you're new here and this is your first time watching, if you enjoy yourself, then please do like and subscribe. I love making these videos all about DIY and vintage inspired style and just sharing my sewing journey with you. So click the subscribe, like the video, tell all your friends, and we can do lots of lovely sewing together over the coming months. One of my lovely viewers and subscribers, Estelle, who always gives fabulous feedback, so thank you Estelle very much, asked me about a waistcoat that I was wearing in a video way back when. I'll try to link. And I didn't know what it was. It was this waistcoat here, a cord one, which I made sort of autumn winter, and I dug out the pattern for her and just for you, just in case you are interested. It's an old pattern. I've had it for about 20 years, so technically it's sort of vintage. It's Simplicity 4079. It does all these different waistcoats. It's a really fab pattern. You can do the little ties on the back if you want. I've made all of these at one time or another over the years. If you can grab hold of it, it's awesome. So let's start with the slightly bad news, shall we? And what Mildred is wearing today and modelling so beautifully, this lovely dress that I made for my last Minerva make. I don't know what happened with this dress, but it doesn't fit me. And it's one of the only times that I've been completely flummoxed by a pattern. There's a full blog about this over at Minerva and I'll link it below. But basically the measurements, the dress that I cut out are my measurements. I've measured the finished dress, they are my measurements, but somehow, for some reason, the dress doesn't do up, it doesn't fit me at all. It fits up to the waist, but then it doesn't fit across the bust, even though the bust on the pattern is the same measurement as myself. So I really don't know what's happened there, but I love it so much. It was quite a challenging make. I found the instructions in that sewing pattern really bonkers. I just had to sort of muddle through. Finished the dress all by hand using couture methods. I was really excited about it, but I haven't been able to put it on. The fabric's absolutely beautiful. I think it's still available from Minerva. It really just upset me that this dress didn't fit. I made it at a time when I was feeling a bit low anyway, which that never really helps, does it? And I feel so strongly that what we wear and what we put on has, you know, should make us feel better about ourselves. So I don't know if it was winter in general, lockdown, which just seems endless, or, you know, the ending of a relationship and just feeling very low in confidence and, you know, just not very well because of everything going on. So I am determined that I will fit into this dress. Now, I am not usually one for, I'm going to lose weight to fit into something or, you know, anything like that. I think it's really important to embrace yourselves as you are, and if you feel like your best self, regardless of anything else, then you are your best self. I hadn't really been feeling my best self, so I've put in a few sort of simple measures in terms of eating, and I've started doing Pilates, which is really much harder than I thought it would be, but it's brilliant. I love it. So at some point I hope that I will be wearing this dress and feeling very glamorous indeed. The next two things are knitted jumpers. They're both vintage inspired. One of them is actually from a vintage pattern and it's this lace panel, short sleeve, there's a deep rib hem there with this lace paneling. I've never done lace before, and it's only a sort of a really cheap synthetic wool. In the past, I've had this terrible habit of buying really expensive wool and spending years knitting something that I don't know if it's going to look nice on me, I don't know if it's going to suit me. So I know that this was a little bit of a, you know, it's a bit of a commitment to do a mock-up, a wearable toile of your knitwear. But I had this wool just sitting around. It's much more greeny, bluey than it's looking on the screen, but it's really lovely, and I think I will definitely, I've already started doing another one but with long sleeves, which is not really appropriate for heading into spring summer, but there you go. Yeah, and I think I'm going to save up for and look out for some really nice wool and knit that again. I really enjoyed doing this lacy pattern, and it was a really easy pattern to follow, and quite often vintage knit patterns really aren't. And then the next one is this lovely jumper by Fable Knitwear. I'll link her. She has a channel, and it sort of, it looks teeny tiny, but there's a lot of stretch. It's this lovely, again, very cheap wool, and it has like a little keyhole. I need a bigger button to keep this done up. I really love the colour of this jumper. I love the design of this jumper. The pattern was a little bit challenging for me to follow, but that's because I haven't really done much knitting recently other than sort of small accessories. But I really enjoyed knitting this. It was the first time I'd knitted anything in the round. It was a very different way of doing a pattern than I'm used to, but I really enjoyed it. And again, I think I will save up for some really nice wool, maybe in more of a neutral colour, i.e. black. It's a really lovely vintage inspired pattern. 10 out of 10 for Fable Knitwear. My other thing that I have worked on over winter is what Mildred Head here is wearing. Actually, I should call her Edith Head, shouldn't I? This should be Mildred and this should be Edith. So these little 1940s inspired pixie bonnets. So I've made that one, and then I've made this leopard print one, so that you can see there like that. And then I made this lovely faux fur one. It snowed here in February, so these were really lovely, and you do it up like this. It's been my life's ambition to look like a Smurf. So there we go, Smurfette. And it's actually a printed pattern available from me. So it's my first actual paper printed pattern. I did the little illustration there of the lovely lady. And inside you get the pattern and the instructions, and then this like little flyer and a postcard. So they're available to purchase should you want to. They don't take very long to make. They don't take much fabric. I want to do one actually in like a felt and do embroidery up the side or something like that. I just am so thrilled and really proud of that one. Sorry for plugging my own products on my channel, but I'm so excited about it. And I'm currently working on the next printed pattern accessory to buy, which should be launching really soon, fingers crossed. So one of my favourite dresses that I used to do as a bridesmaid's dress, and I've actually made a few wedding dresses, is the one that I'm wearing, which is my Lana Tea dress. It's got poofy sleeves, and I have adapted this pattern. So I've made a few little tweaks and changes to it, and I've made it in this really lovely fabric from Fabric Godmother. So I inserted like a waistband and made the skirt just slightly more A-line. I don't actually have any photos of me wearing this to show you properly, apologies, but I'm really thrilled with it. It's really beautiful fabric and just perfect for the lovely spring sunshine. My next dress, it's really been a couple of months of jumpers and dresses for me and pixie hats, but the next dress is this one. It's the Butterick pattern. I did a video of this, so card will go in, out of this lovely challis, viscose challis from Rainbow Fabrics in Kilburn, and then I embroidered these little buttons for the dress, and absolutely love this one. This style embroidery I would actually like to put on the kitten bonnet. That would be really pretty. It's about the 4th or 5th time that I've made this pattern, and I just really love the style of it and the fit of it and the making process, because it's a little bit tricky but not flummoxing like this one. And yeah, again, another really lovely dress to wear for this time of year, and I think I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this one, although when I wash it I'm going to have to take off the buttons, so that's a little bit annoying, but worth it. Next up is another very tried and true pattern that I really love. Is this it's the Lana Tea Dress from Liberty. I think though it's a straight up reproduction copy of an original dress that I think was published by Simplicity or Vogue. I'm not entirely sure, but I've made a couple of these. This is a lovely, really lovely crepe de chine from Missy Mop Fabrics, and it's got this antique lace around the little Peter Pan collar. I really love this dress. I know that I say that about nearly everything I make, but you know, I feel like a character in Poirot, and you know, I feel like a French maid, but you know, a very naughty French maid. So that's I don't think there's anything wrong with that, is there? But yeah, this is another really good pattern, and I just really love that it's got like a little button here, and actually it would look great with a big bow or something worn there, so I might have to make something like that to complete this look. Last but not least, the dress that I made last week in my sewing video, and epic sleeves. I actually got a chef's kiss from a viewer, and it's my first ever chef's kiss, and I was so happy, so thank you very much. These sleeves are rather gorgeous. Yeah, so that's there to watch with this dress, how I made it, and the shoulder poufle that's in there, how you make a shoulder poufle and it keeps your, this one hasn't got one in actually, maybe I need to put a shoulder poufle in this one, I don't know. But yeah, and I think I will be making quite a few more of these, and this bodice was the bodice that I made, a bodice block that I made from an existing pattern, and there's also a video for that, so I'll link everything below. I'll try and put cards in. At the same time as making all of this, I've been very lucky in that I've had some really nice work projects going on. I've made some costumes for a film, and I've worked with a local designer doing pattern cutting and the first set of samples for her sustainable fashion brand that she's going to be launching, so there's still a bit more work with her at some point in the future. So it's been a really busy couple of months, which has been very good because I've needed a lot to occupy my mind. But now I'm starting to think about spring, and I'm feeling a bit more energized and, you know, just in a little bit of a better frame of mind because of the Pilates and you know, just looking forward to new products that I'm working on for my own patterns, and you know, planning lots of interesting, well, I hope interesting videos. And I really want to grow this channel. I've loved the last few months. I think I started in July, and you know, it's been really lovely to have this wonderful community to share my passion with. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed looking at my recent makes from January and February. And as always, I'd love to know your thoughts. Which were your favourites? Have you made any of them? Are you going to make any of them? I hope you're keeping safe and well. There seems to be a bit of light at the end of the tunnel with this whole lockdown, and I am definitely feeling spring-like, and I have the urge to decorate and spring clean my whole entire house, including my wardrobe. So next week I will be talking about my Make 9 plans. Really, they're Make 19, I think. And then I have a spring project that I've started. So the week after that, I think I'll talk about that with you and show you some of my designs and sketchbooks, if that's something that you would like to see. I hope you have a fabulous week until then. Happy sewing, and see you soon, my lovelies. Bye.